Good morning everyone, how are you? So I thought I would do a daily reading, or just generally for anybody that kind of wants a certain thing to see what's going to happen within the timeline that you watch it. You might be really dealing with a Virgo for a lot of you in reverse. I'm hearing reversals or rehearsals. Some of you might be going to like a rehearsal. I'm also hearing Russell or Crow, Brandon or Lee. Okay, the name Lee or Brandon or Brand. Some of you might be looking into branding your own company or making a brand and putting a stamp on it, is what I'm hearing. Some of you could have a lot to do with tax coming up, and you know that there's an attack. Okay, so they're saying some of you are being spiritually attacked. Spiritual attack. Okay, so panic attack. I'm also hearing panic attack or panic. I'm hearing panic station. So something to do with a station, stationary. So I don't know if someone's running out of stationery or something like that, or Stacy, or Steve, okay, the name Steve or Stacy or Sarah, okay, anybody beginning with S. But I keep hearing like attack, feel like I'm being attacked. I think that I'm also hearing a cat also, so something to do with maybe a Leo. For a lot of you, feel as if you're going to be attacked by a Leo. Or like an animal, like this animal's been coming up in the channel. Sorry, I thought I might as well channel while I'm here. But like this animal, or being attacked by an animal, like a rabid dog or something like that, or a cat. Physical animal. If not, some of you have got like a real big beef with like a Leo energy here, of feeling attacked. Okay, so I don't know. I'm hearing though, like I said, a spiritual attack for a lot of you, like I'm having a panic attack or a spiritual attack. Well, if you're having a spiritual awakening, you do get those. Because that's pretty much what happened to me. Oh wow, about 13, 14, 15 years ago when I was spiritually waking up. I had anxiety and panic attacks, and they were basically spiritual attacks really, because your vibration is really low. So if you are dealing with that, it's gone now. But if you are dealing with that Virgo energy or 9, okay, in reverse, and you're suffering from a lot of attacks or a lot of spiritual attacks and stuff like that, or you're dealing, I'm also hearing a taxi, so something to do around a Cancerian, okay. But if you guys are relating to this message, then there is something around feeling like I'm being attacked here, okay, and that I'm, or a taxi, they keep saying taxi company, like I'm going to be lifted, because I'm hearing I can be lifting, yeah. Okay, so they're saying that someone might be stealing something, lifting. Because that's, what do they call it in the UK? I don't know. Stealing is also like lifting, okay? So some of you are lifting weights and stuff like that, also lifting something. Also, they're saying like, I feel like I'm going to be lifted, like I'm going to be shafted, basically. Shafted and ripped off. And basically like someone's going to steal your money, or steal an idea, or steal something, I don't know. But I definitely keep hearing this, like I feel like I'm going to be lifted, okay, lifted. And like a heist. A heist. Okay, they're also saying, strange reason, I'm going to put this out there because a lot of messages normally relate to some different people, but I'm hearing a Heimlich Maneuver, okay, or I'm moving, physically moving, or a Heimlich Maneuver where someone gets something caught in their throat and they're like, and they spit it out. I don't know, unless you're really trying to get the truth out of someone and you feel like you need to give them the Heimlich Maneuver to spit it out. It's like, will you please just spit this out? Or will you please just spit on it? I mean, I don't know. What are you spitting on? Some of you are spitting rhymes and rapping and doing things like that around music. But stick with the general messages, really. Well, collective. I suppose this has gone into a collective reading again for everybody. I suppose this is better than yesterday. Yesterday I was in a rush. I didn't take my time. But there is something like I'm in a rush. Like I'm in a rush hour. Rush hour. So someone from China. So who was in rush hour? So those names, the actors that were in rush hour. Okay. What was his name? The karate guy. Not Bruce Lee, obviously. Something to do with rush hour, like the rush hour, like being caught in traffic for a lot of you. You might be going out somewhere, okay, or you're travelling backwards and forwards, and you're caught in rush hour. I'm also hearing someone from Russia as well, from Russia. So I don't know what's going on in Russia, but I definitely keep hearing like some sort of like rush hour, Rachel, or racial. Some sort of like discrimination against racial type sort of thing could be going on, and there's a panic because I keep hearing panicking, panicking, panicking. So if any of you are having like spiritual attacks or panic attacks, that is what you get for a spiritual awakening, is a physical, you know, it's anxiety because you're waking up, okay? So it's kind of that for a lot of you as well. Or some of you just believing in the witchcraft stuff and you feel like someone's attacking you and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know, whatever you're believing in there. Yeah. Very strange message very quickly for a lot of you. Spiritual attack. Taking it very personally. Lee, they keep saying Lee, Leanne or Lee. Personally, Lee. Someone that's called Lily. Anyway, so that was very quick. So if you haven't seen the channel before, I channel messages as well as do readings and all kinds of stuff for a lot of you. So let's just see what you've got coming up. Let's see for a collective reading what they've got coming up for today, whoever needs. So it's not, I suppose it's whoever needs it, like Tyler's Tarot, I think he does things like that, right? But here, so you got Leo energy. So for a lot of you, you may not be speaking to this person and you're not on speaking terms. This could be like if you're watching and you are the son or the daughter, you might have a big problem with your mother or father at the moment. Try not to pay any attention to them. Because this is anybody out there, this is trying not to pay attention to something or someone, okay? So I'm trying not to pay attention to the drama that you may be causing, and I'm pretty much not saying anything about it. So it's basically like a question that may be asked someone, but they're not going to answer it. Just kind of like if you're sending messages and they're not answered, they're not answering, okay? If you've, like I said, if you've sent someone a message and you haven't had a reply by anybody, that's the person. If like you are the person and you're blocking someone out and you're not pretty much, like someone sends a message on your phone, okay, like a parent or something like that, and they want to know where you are, what time you're doing this and what time, blah, 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 so on and so forth, you may not be answering one of your friends or your mother or your father. But this is not really replying and ignoring it, basically. So I'm ignoring someone for a lot of you. So show me what's coming up for today, please, for the collective energies. Collective energies, what they've got going on for today. So spiritual attack for a lot of you. I think I'll probably name it that. Yeah, because I keep saying someone's being attacked, and this is like, I need to remain silent. So there is something still going on around this police activity here. Around this, you have the right to remain silent, and it's like, well, I just want to remain silent anyway. I don't really want to talk. So, yeah, because of some sort of ending here, it's just a cycle. But I keep hearing Michael, the name Mike, or Michelle, or Mika, Mika, or Misha Collins. Somebody with Collins. Sorry, there's a message there somewhere. Rachel K. Collier. So for a lot of you, music. Wow, I'm going really cold. So Rachel K. Collier. She's a music artist, Rachel K. Collier. So I don't know if any of you follow her. She's from Wales. She's like she's Welsh. I love the Welsh accent. But that's normally like, so what the pub then, is it? So you could be from Wales here for a lot of you, or you're going to the seaside. I'm hearing we're going to the seaside. Okay. Wales, the coast. Basically, we're going from coast to coast. So we're going to wherever the sea is. Okay. But for a lot of you, I'm also hearing a dog. Something about this collier, or this like a tracking device, and like around someone's ankle. Okay. I keep hearing uncle or ankle. Okay. That's also a band, Uncle. Gavin, James. I'm also hearing James, Jamie, Julia, Jason, Justin, Gavin. Sorry, Clark. What's his name? Sorry, I'm kind of bitty at the moment. I'm trying to get the message through. It can be panicking. Like when I'm recording, I'm trying to give it time, but also speak as well. So it can be like very bitty, because I'm trying to think of a name here. Anyway, let's see, what's the collective got coming up for today, please? Collective got coming up. So the King of Swords. So some of you, you're not speaking to your father or your mother here, your father or your mother, and you're not on good terms. This could be where this, like I said, when I've done the sphincter reading, I hope you guys are embracing the sphincter. Because I'm hearing you, arsehole, I don't really want to talk to you anyway. If you're going to go off with him or her, then I don't really want to speak to you anyway. That's just a message there for someone. Some of you have got an idea business-wise that you've got, okay, watching out for things financially to grow, and I'm trying to look for my business. But I keep hearing this energy of like, please just mind your own business. Just mind your own business. Or I do have my own business and it's very private and confidential. There's something here that's being fed to this federal department here of like, it's private and it's confidential, but I need to tell someone, which would be a King of Wands, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, King of Swords. So it's like private personal reading also for a lot of you looking for. So if you're watching, for the people that asked for about personal readings, if you have Gmail or anything like that, you have to type it out. The link might not work. So basically, if you follow my link and you want a personal reading and it says follow link, click link, and it doesn't send, that's because you're just using a different format to what I use email-wise. Okay, so basically, just go to whatever email it is that you use. Instead of, when you hit compose, just type out my address. Okay, so it's before the www dot and it's not the link. Just type out the name. Okay. But yeah, I'm hearing that, is this private? Is it confidential? Okay, some sort of confidant, or the name Dom, or Dominic, or Danielle, or Dan, okay, or Donna. But private, confidential. Collective, what they got coming up, please. So yeah, some of you, this is clients, people wanting readings or something. Or like you've got children and there's this family meeting that I kept picking up through the last channel message that I did that was very rushed. Okay, well, which was the sphincter reading, but it was a load of rubbish because I was batting out loads of, I don't know, trying to channel at the time. But it's here. It's kind of like this, because I'm relaxed now. But like, it's kind of like these children, they're not speaking to their father, okay? Or this is the family court. And these are children that are all involved in this King of Swords. Okay, I'm also picking up a male energy that has multiple children, that has got like children in different marriages with a different mother. This is a father, okay, that has had children outside of a relationship that you may or may not be in. But I don't think that you are talking with that person. And I think that they're focused more on their children, but I don't think the children are really speaking to this father either. Okay? It's strange. It's like this father could be separated. Like you might be watching and you've got a father that you don't really speak to that much, but your siblings, if you've got brothers and sisters, they don't really speak to the father much either. Because this can always be stepfather and father. And it's kind of like this, what I'm picking up for some of you, that your siblings don't really speak to the father that much. Or I don't get to see my father at all. Because he's at work all the time, I keep hearing as well. Like he works a lot. Collective, what they got coming up, please. So you can expect messages in, you see, for a lot of you, there's this energy where you don't want to work on this relationship for a lot of you. It's very Mitchell, I'm hearing Mitchell or Michel, Mitch, but somebody that calls someone Mitch here, Mitch, or Midge, I keep hearing Midge or Nidge, Nigel, Noel, Nigel, Nige, Noel, Noah. But anyway, something that is like financial here, because it's not coming in. Some of you have been waiting on this for ages, and I have to say, some of you have been going on about this court thing for a long time. It's not coming in, like it's not happening. Like, you know, there's some people that are going on about being ripped off and so on and so forth, but you've got to take these people to court, and if you're not, You know, you can't just expect the universe to work karma out and think that one day they're going to get what's coming to them, but you're not doing anything about that. Because your lesson would be about dropping it because it's not coming in, it's not happening. Because you're not getting word, which means that you're not giving it. So if you want communication by someone, you have to reach out. If you want evidence about anything, you have to feed it back to this person. If you want any outcome to come in, you have to physically start doing something about it, okay? Because it's no good just watching a tarot reading thinking, you know, is the inevitable going to happen with around all of this court, but I've not had or got any evidence, I don't know, I haven't made any statements, I've got nothing to go off. I'm just hoping that karma will one day do it. It won't. It won't. Because karmic energy would mean that it happened and you have to drop it. You have to let it go, okay, to be able to move on with your life. And if you can't, you'll constantly play out this cycle. For anybody that has anything to do with being ripped off, okay, and being completely ripped off financially, and you've not gone to the solicitors or lawyers and made statements and you don't have evidence, I am one to tell you that that is not going to happen if you have not logged in any information of evidence. Because if you don't have it and you're not looking for it or can't find it, you never will. And some people have still been going on about this will, that I got ripped off from my will and I could never find the will. How long have you been doing that? Because you've wasted the majority of your life looking for a will of financial money, and you've probably given up majority of your time looking for something that we'll never find. Okay, so, you know, a lot of you, if you're doing anything legal or illegal or if it's happened, you've got to have evidence against that. You know, I'm hearing evidence of the state and something going on around the states and like needing to prove evidence, but we can't. And we can't fight, you can't fight the government and you can't fight the law either. This could be Laura, but you can't fight the law. You cannot fight the law. The law will always win. They'll always give you or not give you anything, right? So if you haven't got evidence to give the law, they can't do anything about it. If you haven't got any evidence of anybody ever really ripping you off, there's nothing that you can do about it if you haven't got any evidence. Because you will blame the government and the society for not doing anything, but you don't have any evidence for them to say. I mean, if you was an outstanding citizen of like the police and you was part of the police force, right, and you was to come to say me and I was part of the police force and you say, Steve, you know what, you know, this person ripped me off, and I would say, okay, so what's their name, what's their number, where do they live, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so have you got any evidence of proof? No. Well, what do you want me to do about it then? Because that's the kind of answer that you would get, and I would say that's a lot of the flack that police and stuff like that get, is that they must get loads of calls by people saying, listen, oh my God, I'm fucking panicking. You know, and they're like, well, where's the evidence then? Because we can't prove any of that. Some of you are like trying to prove the fact that there may be witchcraft and you can't, right? Because it's like this innocent before proven guilty. I know I was innocent and I know you were guilty, but there's no way of me proving that, right? It's really here. There's no way of me proving the evidence of what was taken from me. I was just a victim of circumstance of knowing that it happened, but nobody else did, and nobody else will believe me because you don't have evidence. You have to have evidence, because if you don't, I'm trying to help you to say you're going to have to soon start rebuilding your life and dropping that energy, because control is about you losing control of what was done to you, when your energy really should be about dropping it and letting it go, because you're trying to control an outcome. You can't control karma. Karma will fuck you up. It will, right? In any circumstance at all. If you try to control what you believe was wrong, okay, and that you was wrong done, then basically this could have been, if you believe in past lives, that you did it before. So you're trying to control and undo past actions. You can't undo anything that was verbally done or spoken now, let alone in a past life. So your energy is fighting to get out of what has already been done. And if it's already been done, you have to wash your hands of it and move on to another energy, okay? So if you're really still fucking pissed off and like had enough, the fact that someone's ripped you off, well, unfortunately, you're going to have to like, well, keep doing it. How long is a piece of string, right? Something here is not being seen, and someone doesn't like that they're not being seen. Like heard. Like it was seen, but I hate not being heard. And I love to have my opinion, but no one ever really listens to me is also what I'm hearing. and I like to have my opinion, and I like to stick it in to say that all of these people blah blah blah, but nobody's listening. But no one's listening, because I'm hearing no one's bothered. Nobody's bothered. And that might be energy that comes from oneself, of you guys, for a lot of you, where you're like, well, I'll keep fucking trying to bat my head up against the brick wall, keep trying to make people aware of all of this going on, but no one seems to be bothered. No, that's what I'm saying. Y'all can't tell friends and stuff like this, Facebook and shit like that. People end up thinking that you're batshit crazy. You're not a saviour of the universe. That's Superman, and that's a fictional character, right? The only person you can ever save is yourself. That's why I'm saying, fuck people. You know, y'all can't save people in life. You basically just have to know it and just keep it to yourselves, or do something with the energy that's productive, that's not controversial, that's trying to like tell people, look, this is my strong opinion, and you're all gotta believe in that, because if you don't, the world's gonna fucking end, and the aliens are gonna fucking turn up and everything. If no one's bothered, it's because no one's bothered. People have to form their own opinion. Okay. I mean, bless your heart, I don't know who this was. I don't know who it was. But someone said, Steve, come on, man, I can't believe you've joined in with the having the COVID jab, and don't you realise that computers are all now crawling around your system and people know that you're awake or you're asleep? Bruv, I have sleep apnea and I talk to fucking dead people. I don't really mind. I don't believe in all of that, It's just, I found it funny. Honestly, I took it funny. But, if any of you are kind of trying to tell me not to have the COVID jab, I've had mine. I don't, but, I'll believe in what you want. But, I don't believe in all the supercomputer and all. If they did, good luck, man. I give them access in order, for the, what was it I said, to the G49X sector, and I gave permission to the aliens in order to read my mind and probe my sphincter. Right? I don't know. It's just things like that for me. I find it hilarious. I believe in my government, and I believe in my country, and I stand up for Boris Johnson, because I actually do like my, I do like the government, and I do like Britain, okay? So, a lot of people, if I'm honest, I find a lot of people in America, I watch television and stuff like that, but I always find things go drastically out of fucking whack over there, man. And people are like, honestly, batshit fucking crazy, and they all start shooting each other. Here we have gun laws, and we can't have guns and stuff like that. And honestly, if you ever come to Britain, we're just basically relaxed in certain places, and we're kind of like, man, what the fuck is going on over there? I'm being blatantly honest. I've been to America. I love America, and I would go again. I really would. But I'm kind of what the fuck goes on? What does go on right here? It's too much of a fast country for me, if I'm honest. But I've been brought up in the UK. Like I said, don't take that personally, anybody. I just find it kind of it's I don't know. I just don't know whether I agree with it. I see people, all of this bad stuff happen around schools and stuff like that and whatnot. And when I went to America, when I was I don't know, I think I was 8 or 9 when I went to Waterworld and all of the Mickey Mouse and all that stuff. But when I went over there, I walked into a fucking store and there were M19s and M16s all readily available in a fucking supermarket. I was like, what the fuck, man? There's a Glock 49 and there's a fucking M16 and and I was like, man, bruv, can you get a load of this shit? I want one of them. I was 8. So, it's but then all this stuff happens. I'm like, well, why on earth have you guys not got gun laws? You can't prevent things happening when you're readily available for people to go and buy stuff like that. And then when something happens, you're like, well, who do we fucking blame? It's just, I don't know. I don't get that. I don't get that law system, to be honest. But, people have the right to carry a gun in the street. Jesus, if you give a UK person fucking guns, bruv, they'll be killing everybody. They would. You know, there's some goddamn idiots in the UK, I can assure you that. Right? And, God, damn. So anyway, let's have a look at what this Page of Wands is. Page of Wands. So trying to manifest a new person. Some of you have met a new person, or you're just about to. Okay? You're just about to. What is this person manifesting? Something new in their life, something fresh, new beginning, something that works instead of something that doesn't. Okay? Because I'm trying to get something going and I'm trying to get something working for myself around business. Okay? Y'all got, destiny is definitely on one person's side, so they're coming in really, 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 really fast. The person that may not have spoke has suddenly started to speak. If they don't, this is relating to kids. If not, it's relating to siblings. If not, it's like a very dormant action and then suddenly your partner sends you a message. So it's just a moment of not saying anything and then all of a sudden it happens. Okay, something is not working and then all of a sudden it really does and it comes in very quickly. Okay, basically. So clients, people like that, stuff that you may be doing around your work, selling things, buying things, like stuff like that. Okay, let's have a look at what this Ten of Swords is. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is the Five of Wands. You're coming out of a lot of conflict now for a lot of you. If you have been arguing, you're basically settled for something. So you've settled for a business deal. You've settled for the fact that this person is the way they are and that you're trying to basically work on it now and probably not argue about certain things. Okay, so you've just come out of like hibernation, if you like, and you're just probably just starting to speak a little bit. You might be deciding, I don't know, there's fucking someone always chucks a 2 up there. What's the Knight of Swords? 2s are the most awkwardest card, really. It's probably just deciding where to go and what to do next financially, where to go, stay, go out. King of Swords. Man, what is that? Investments are all going, well, I mean, because it's a collective energy, I can't really tell you anything financially. Some of you are waiting to hear from the father or from the mother, and you don't want to work on that situation with them because you find them extremely, it's kind of like now and again, you know, now and again for a lot of you, because it's kind of, some of this is Libra. It's kind of like, I don't know whether I'm working on it or who to work with or for or what's working and why is it not, or, you know, are they or are they not speaking and are they talking or not speaking and talking. It could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but you've got this 2 here. Why is that 7 of Pentacles in reverse? Because that's, yeah, then you got money, business, education. This could be upright for some people because it's a collective energy. Because you do have a lot of money. This is like a Gemini or Capricorn energy, Gemini and Capricorn. And because you've got a paradox energy of air, okay, and then you've got different timelines in a general reading, you've got something that's working for some, but something that really isn't working for others here, okay? Because it's kind of equality. It's coming in fast for some people, and it really is happening, but obviously then for some it really isn't, okay? But investments of money, spending some time with your partner, they're just kind of like waiting on you, I feel, at the moment, just to like discuss where to go to eat is also what I'm hearing. We need to discuss where to go to eat. Beef eater or something. Page of 7. You see, there is something going on between the father and the mother. The father and the mother, and the Holy Ghost and the Holy Spirit. Elijah. But like trying to like not work on something and then go back here. It's kind of like someone that goes from parent to parent or from mother to father. What's the 7 of Swords for? Because there's more clients taking things. Someone believes that someone's stealing one's clients or one's ideas here. But if it's on YouTube, no one's stealing anyone's ideas. Because it's like I said, Tyler does a load of things of like, loads of people do daily readings. Some people just call it different things, you know. But I don't know, because like to physically steal something, to physically steal it, if it's verbal and it's things like that, that doesn't matter a shit, okay. if it's physically, like, say I put this video out, and someone downloads a copy of this video and then publicly posts that on YouTube to say that it was theirs, that's physical stealing of evidence, and that would show up on my YouTube. But anything that doesn't show up on YouTube, that's just people that all get into a fucking tears around, like, why are they, you know, just, you do, I've heard people, they get into such a tears around things being stolen esoterically. But when you're a medium, a lot of mediums physically have the same kind of vibration that hear certain things, right? Certain frequencies that come out with the same sort of story. And then normally some people, they don't like the fact that someone's, like, I mean, if someone was to completely and utterly mimic the way that I read, but like I said with Natalie, me and Natalie were kind of channeling-ish the same, right? Ish. I would say that we've got a hell of a lot of placements the same. Pisces, Scorpio, rising. Pisces, Scorpio, rising. Okay. Neptune for me in the 1st house. Scorpio, 12th house. Cancerian in the 9th or 8th or something like that. So I have a lot of water energy, okay, in the planets. But, you know, it's frequency. But some people, I don't know what that is. I want to move on from that. Why is this? Because this is to do with tarot readings. This is all to do with tarot readings, okay. A tarot reader or tarot readings. What's the 7, 8? Just, you know, as long as people leave me out of it, I don't mind. Anybody else can argue over whatever they like here, but I just don't. I don't really want to be involved with people that are arguing and slating off other people and stuff like that. Okay, 8 of Pentacles in reverse, Queen. So there is this. I'm doing something that I love, but I can't do it. For some of you, like I said, you're just starting off channels and stuff, and you're realising how difficult that really is now to start off from word zero. And I did say this to people. Okay, I have a lot of people that ask me, can I like promote a channel that has like 2 or 3 subscribers? It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. Even if I did, right? Even if I did and I promoted someone that had just started tarot readings, you're going to have to be really experienced and really good at tarot card readings, okay? Because if I was to send over, to say 20,000 of my subscribers over to a channel that had like a couple of 3 readings now and again, and someone wasn't really advanced and experienced in reading, it may not vibe with the people that I send you anyway, right? So it's about getting good at your craft and doing it for oneself, because whatever you get, you form a group of people that enjoy what you do, okay? That you have, that you do, okay? So, unless there's voodoo, some of you are all believing in the voodoo bit, okay? Or it's in the readings, I don't know, I can't give people what they want and what they don't want and what I think I should and what I shouldn't, and y'all just believe what you like there, okay? But, like I said, you do what you love because you love it. You know, it's for instance, I am actually going out today and I'm going down the coast, believe it or not, and I'm actually going down the seaside, okay? But I had a little bit of time and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do one of these readings, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going to do it because I love it, okay? So you have to love what you do. If you hate what you do, okay, and you're doing it for money, then it doesn't work. It's because you're doing it for success or money, okay? You have to do it because you love it, okay? So, like, if you're just starting off a YouTube channel and you're doing it, but you're having very little success, you've got to spend those 3 to 4 years getting good at what you do, okay? So you have to spend 4 years of really no income or no interest or nothing, because you'll build up that subscription rate over 4 years, right? I've been doing it for like 5 or 6, and I'm only still at, well, not only, I'm at like 20,000 subscribers nearly, right? But a lot of people that were a lot less than me, they ended up like with 100, 200,000, 3,000, 400,000, 500,000 subscribers, right? So, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's just luck, basically, because of the algorithm of YouTube. And that's very difficult to get around, you know, because it's just very, very difficult, okay? So you've got to have this air of flair about you, what you have of confidence, okay? And you can only build up confidence by doing it and 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 tweaking and think, well, that really didn't work very much, people didn't really like that. Okay, that didn't really work much, people didn't really like that. Okay, so there is something around competitive energy of people that are doing really well against maybe some people that may not be. That might be financial. That would also maybe be, like I said, something to do with around Or maybe, I keep hearing maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Is there a baby? I don't know. Some of you turn out the lights and I'll glow. Something around Michael. Okay. Sorry. Rock a mic like a candle. Some of you sell candles or you make candles. Something around candles. Okay. I will say, this is how you look at certain energies when it comes to channeling, right? For instance, when I done in Pisces energy, I think it was, and I called one the Blair Narc Project, but there was another one in, I think in Capricorn, and I said witch trials and stuff like that. Popular belief, I didn't know. I'm a Gemini moon, so I classically come up as that 6, right? Because you look at numerology when you're doing a general reading. If you don't know, there's a video that says it all below. Free. Okay, I actually decided I really wanted to go to the pictures last night, and I went to watch the, not Paranormal Activity, what's the one, the something 4, okay, and it's all to do with like the devil and so on and so forth, and it was actually to do with witches, believe it or not, and it's out on the pictures at the moment. I forget what it's called. It's 2 paranormal investigators, okay, and they've made 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this one's called The Devil Made Me Do It. The Devil Made Me Do It. Some of you are probably dealing with a Capricorn in certain aspects, but like, I went to watch that last night. When I was doing that reading where I was saying about, I didn't know I was going to go. I thought that it was off the cinema until I actually researched and looked and it was still on. So I went last night. So that, you know, that's like I'm saying, when I'm channeling and I'm picking up energies of like witches and stuff like that, that does not mean that someone that you don't know in the background is fucking doing things like that. I probably just picked up an energy that I couldn't fully give you the story because it was saying about witches and so on and so forth. For me, what that meant is that I was going to be like booking a ticket to go to the cinema that I didn't know at the time to go and watch that video, the cinema, that was all about witchcraft and an altar and stuff like that and hexes and witches. Nobody was doing any fucking thing to me. I just went to the cinema. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, in order to keep your faculties, you've really got to know how tarot works. Because if you're fresh and you're new, or like you've been doing this for fucking ages and you've been, you know, you've got to realise that the depth of what is actually physically real and what isn't. You know, you've got to really have a stable mind to let your mind fucking wander. And, you know, like I said, I've got some people that are very stable on here and they know exactly how it works and what happens and everything else, and they know what energies mean for them and what, you know. But then you get some people that just really fucking don't. And they take things way too far and like, bro, just fuck. Right? So, you know, anyway, for some of you, you probably got to go to court here. And it's like this, well, some of this is circumstantial evidence, you know. It's having to have evidence in order to be able to have it in order to be able to make a statement. Because some of you may be called in for a statement here, to make a statement. Some of you are making statements, like in this timeline of where we are now, is I'm going to make my statement, okay, and I'm going to make an imprint, and that's what I want to do. I'm hearing a paw print or an imprint. Someone's putting a print on something. I'm picking up a star because I'm picking someone from New York, maybe, and you walk along the thing and they have a star, and they say night, like a night, okay. Some of you are going for an overnight stay or something like that, or for one night only, or like one time only. Or like going to New York or something like that, where the star thing is, and you walk, and it would be Sir Elton John or something like that, right? Or the name John, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine. But like Elton John, or Elton, or Ben. I'm also picking up Ben or Ben Elton. Ben Elton. Richie, Richard. I'm also picking up Richard. Richard. Okay. Richie. Rick. Rickenbacker. Some of you are looking to buy a guitar. This is a Rickenbacker. Anyway, that's a general reading for you guys. Hope you enjoy it. Please make sure you get this out to everybody. It's just a bit of fun, okay? Yeah, I'm going out to the seaside today to actually get some fresh air and go by the water like a little fish and sit there and clap my fins. But I have to try not to eat because I'm now on a diet. So it's difficult when you go out and you realise you can only really eat salad. So that's what I'm going to be doing, because where I go, there is fish and chips and sticky hot donuts with sugar all over them, and they are disgustingly great. But I've done really well on a diet for the past 2 or 3 days, so I've got to stick with it. So we're going to go to the forest. There's a forest, it's either Sherwood Forest or somewhere like that, okay, and walk through the trees and the woods and the lakes and stuff. So that's where I'm going today. Have a bit of a break, have a Kit Kat. Anyway, collective energy, I really do appreciate your time and listening to my channel messages and the actual tarot card reading. Thank you so much for your time. If you've just found the channel, make sure you check it all out. There's loads of different stuff all over the place. Channel messages and also tarot card readings, and all links are provided below for everything. Okay, thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.